everyone. So I thought I'd just show you a clip of the old truck cab I've had parked up, and this is the reason why we have to check them before we start them up and drive them, even though this one's non-running at the moment. But as you can see, I don't know how good that clip will come in, but there are some little companions in there. So that's the thrush. And this is the farm. So we've got the mutton still in there, which I've just sorted some out after Christmas. Kill a couple of mutton ready for shearing. And then in the paddock behind there, we've got all the wethers, hogs and shearlings. In that camp up there, we were meant to have hogs and shearlings, but some of them got out into the weather camp. So we're sorting that out. But I thought I'd just take a little walk around, show you how the whole system sort of works. So you got your pens way down there, where your sheep come up through. You got your drafting pens, and then they go into the shed. We would like to put an extension onto the shed eventually, and we're also planning on doing all these pens up. We'll hopefully eventually have a road sort of come around here to the back of the shed so we can load up wool, and then it will go roughly between this causeway and the rover, so there, take a turn down there, and then it'll head, so there's a stick about there, and it'll take a turn right along the front of the house to up to there, then take another turn and then head straight down there. We were going to head straight, but we're planning on putting our original house up the front there, so next to this house. And then we've got our 24-hour power system for the garden side. So a couple of years ago I hired an 8-ton digger, Cat 8-ton digger, and we dug this ditch out because it was just a little spring, and it used to overflow down into here, so we sort of made sure it reflected. So we got mint growing in there, which is doing quite good. So we dug this ditch, and it seems to be working quite well, extremely well actually. Oh, there's my missing bucket. So the plan is to, so under here, under this line here, is the power cable and the water cable that goes to the shed. And what I did was, when I come through the ditch, I actually put a big metal pipe in there so that you couldn't accidentally hit the thing. So if you're ever cleaning out the ditch, you have to still be careful obviously, but it still gives you a bit more thing. And then the pipe comes up to here, which we're hoping to sort this out after shearing. We'll start getting stuff sorted. So in here is actually a power cable. I'll have to dig this out by hand probably. So this pipe here, we'll put a T into here, and it'll go down to the house on a 25. This is a 35, I think it is, or 32, sorry. And then there'll be another one that we'll dig and then head out that way. And then the idea of that is so that we can feed up the house and everything. So what I'm thinking of doing is, because we're planning on redoing the kitchen and moving the kitchen to this back wall, is doing away with this one, because the actual main water line at the moment runs down through there on 25. And we're going to split it down there so it tees into the house down there, because the boiler and everything's going to get moved up to the back. And then it'll be able to feed the other house, and then also head down alongside the road up to the garage. This feeds the shed, so once we connect this up. So I didn't dig this bit out here for the simple fact is the water runs down here, so we've got to clean this trench out and then lay the pipe in there. And then we're thinking about bringing the garden down to sort of down this level and squaring it up so that this is all going to be gardens right in here. That's the plan anyway. And then I'll put a T somewhere sort of in the middle here, so I can water the gardens with it. This is the cultivator that I was using. It's all right, but I put another engine on it because the other engine was naffed, and it works, but it's a bit hiddly-piggly. But managed to get one off my old man. But I think it just got a carburetor problem. So at the moment we're using that water tank up there. This ditch needs digging out again. As you can see, it's slowly starting to grow itself in. I only done up to the top here year before last. So I done this bit here, and you can actually see by the look of the bank on how much it's sort of come up. So we use that tank up there, and then plan is to run a pipe, because that tank there now, I'll go up there and I'll show you, but that tank up there is quite low. But I'll go up to the top and I'll show you. So you can see that tank down there. A bit puffed now walking up there. We'll dig a pipeline up here. Tank will get moved into there, and then we'll have a pipe going from there to the top of this one. And our water feed actually comes out of the side of that hill. You can see it trickling out, sort of thing, but we get our water straight from things. So we actually dug this out a couple of years ago. We used to get our water from down there, but we found out it was going through a lot of shit. So I come up here with the digger, and we just kept tracing it back, and we got right up into here, and you couldn't wish for better water. It's coming right through the nice rock and everything. So it'll go into here. So this will be like a bit of a filter system where all the sediment can settle to the bottom, and then we'll feed it into a tank there. We'll put a hard stand in for the tank, and then hopefully feed it to the gardens and all that. We were hoping maybe to put a boost pump in at the same time, but we'll see how it goes. And that's it really for now. We're just going to have a look at the 24-hour power station, see how it's been doing for the last couple of days, and I think that'll be it. So this is our 24-hour power system, which you already know about, the solar panels and everything. It was first switched on, and the 1st of June. Here's the batteries. Everything seems to be working extremely well. Apart from these batteries here, we had to disconnect them. Because for some strange reason, they just kept leaking. They kept sweating, so we think they were getting boiled all the time. We don't know if there's a fault with them or not. So, as you can see, batteries are on 90%. That's all I've used all night. Normally in the families here, we use about 80. We get down to about 60%. She's putting in about 7.8 amps net at the moment. As the day goes on, she will catch up to about 40. I think it's 42, 43 amps she goes up to. This is the generator. She hasn't been started for a while. In fact, I started it a couple of weeks ago just for half an hour, just to give her a run. She's a TS3, nice little generator. Got a little bit of an oil leak, but nothing that's too major. She doesn't really get used all that much, so makes it worthwhile. But that's it really. So the road, like I was saying, will come along that bottom there, take a turn, and then go down there, because we're putting a cabin in there, and eventually we're hoping to put another house on that little ridge right there. Is the plan. That'll be my wife and I's house, and then you'll have a single cabin put up with a couple of room and a little kitchen, couple of rooms and a little kitchen, and this house here will get done, and that'll be sort of shearers accommodation and whatnot, and cooking for the shearers. It's the plan anyway. But this is Corriedale. This is the settlement. So you got your shearing shed, your house. It's not much by all means, but it's the start of something, you know. The thing is, like I say to a lot of people, we don't have much, but you know, my dad worked all his life to get it, and he's got it, and it's now mortgage free. And for me, I've just got to focus on doing it up and increasing the numbers of livestock and getting it to where it's working. There's going to be a lot of challenges in hand, a lot of financial challenges, but it's something that I'm willing to take on. So let's just hope that I do it the right way and go from there. But if you want to follow and see how we progress this farm from just a normal traditional sheep farm up to a good old-fashioned working farm, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share, and hit the little notification bell so you know which videos we're getting. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.